The heights that great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upwards through the night. This is a poem that was taught to us as kids growing up back in the islands. In every classroom, we had to recite this poem verbatim. A poem by Henry Longfellow. Now at the time, we could not figure out why our teachers wanted us to memorize this poem. It wasn't until I was in my teenage years that it suddenly hit me. It came to my mind how important this poem was. My name is Asen Esme, and I'm the eldest of 4 siblings. With that said, being the eldest child, I never had the opportunity to play as much as I wanted. I didn't get the time frame to go out and have fun and do the regular kids stuff that you do as a teenager. Responsibility found me very early. I had to set an example, be a role model for my brothers and sisters. I was basically the go-to guy. If something went wrong, call Asen. I was right there, ready, willing and able to help. There were days when I felt as if I was exhausted. Responsibilities of everyone else was on my shoulder. There were times when I felt like how the Greek mythologists would put it, as being the Atlas man, with the whole world on my shoulder. Can you relate to this? Have you ever felt this way? As if you're there to solve everyone's problem. However, when you need help, nobody's around. Think about it. I've been there. I know exactly how you feel. I mean, I'd make the phone calls and I'll get no answer. But you look online and you're checking it. And the little green dot is there to say that they're online, they're on their device, but they're not answering you. Or better yet, you go out, you go knock on the door, the curtain moves, but nobody answers the door and lets you in. Trust me, it's a horrible, cold feeling. I know exactly how you feel because I've been there. It has happened to me several times before. And it makes you wonder, why is it that you're there for everyone, the knight in shining armor? However, when you need help, nobody comes out. Nothing happens. It's a cold, low feeling. You had the perfect plan. Everything written out exactly how you were going to do it. Speaking of perfect plan, when I left my country and I came here to the United States, I had the perfect plan. I had a degree back home and decided to come here and do another degree. I had it all written out. I was going to finish my degree, buy a house, start a family, have the perfect job, and live happily ever after. Trust me, there's no such thing as living happily ever after. You probably know this. Because when I got tossed into the ring called life, I didn't get a game plan. I didn't get a user's manual. The plan went through the window. Mike Tyson has a famous saying where he says, everyone has a plan until they step into the ring and they get punched into the face. The plan goes through the window. I didn't only get punched in the face. I got an uppercut. And before I knew it, I was on my back looking up, wondering, wow, what just happened. I didn't even get a chance to react. How many of you have been punched in the face by life? How many of you had the perfect plan? It could be the perfect business plan. And all that went to waste. Nothing worked the way you planned it. Think about it. The great Napoleon Hill once said, "In each adverse situation, each failure brings with it the seed of an equal opportunity for good." Write that down. Because life is all perspective. At the time, I had the perfect plan. Nothing worked the way I was planning it. So I'm going to share with you just a few key concepts. And these are some of the same tools that the great men and women before us used to impact the world and pull themselves up out of the situation that they were in. You can use it just as good. Now, when I started, I said the tip of the iceberg. A lot of people, when you mention the word iceberg, the first thing that comes to their mind is the Titanic. Scientists have proven that 90% of an iceberg structure lays deep down below the surface. So, the Titanic was supposed to be an unsinkable ship. Figuratively, whether it be in your relationship, your business partnership, whatever ship you're in that's faced by a Titanic right now, I'm here to share with you these same concepts to utilize so you can fully function 100% at your full potential. Number one, you have to make a decision. A conservative, straightforward, clear decision of what it is that you want. You have to be you. Oftentimes we're faced with decisions and we agree to disagree. Or we agree just to allow everything to go smooth on by. But there's a saying that if I want to be free, I have to be me. Not the me that folks think I should be. Not the me that my friends think I should be. But the me who I know deep down in my core, who I am, what it is that I really want for myself. Not to please everyone, but to be true. That's where your happiness is. The next thing, number two, write this down. You have to surround yourself with other quality people. We have a saying back home, birds of a feather flock together. Or show me your friends and I tell you who you are. Oftentimes, we have folks around us, I sometimes refer to them as energy vampires. You're all positive and good, and you hang around with them and they suck the living energy out of you. Who is in your circle? Think about it. You have to change that. Make a decision that today, going forward, this is not the person who I want to be. I know exactly what I want to become. You know your dreams, your aspirations, and your desires. They were planted in you for a reason. Stop being mediocre. Make a decision today to change. Confucius says, the man who moves a mountain begins by taking away small stones. So my ultimate desire is to help you to identify the stones that are blocking you on the left and the right on your path to success. Move your mountain stone by stone. And if this message has impacted one person, then my job here would have been done. Stay tuned, as this is just the tip of the iceberg. And I know deep down inside of you, there's so much more laying way deep down below the surface. Get your scuba gear ready, because we're going to go deep. We're going to discover new ventures and territories that even you didn't even realize existed. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Believe me. And you can do it. As a matter of fact, you will do it. Make that decision. Thank you.